What is the recipe for spy dramas? Razor-sharp storytelling, multi-layered intrigue, pulse-pounding chases, and unforgettable characters. Unfortunately, Showtime's latest espionage thriller The Agency seems to have missed the mark. There's no shortage of spy dramas out there, but there's always room for another, especially if it offers something fresh. We were genuinely excited for The Agency, which premiered with the first 2 episodes on Friday, November 29th, for 2 reasons. 1, who doesn't love spy dramas? And second, it draws inspiration from a critically acclaimed French series. Our high anticipation went for a spin with The Agency's dull start. I'll be blunt about what I actually feel about The Agency. The series commits a cardinal sin in the very first episode. It's boring. I can't think of a better word to describe it. Spy dramas thrive on suspense and sharp twists, but The Agency felt too bland with confusing narrative and cliches. And don't get me started with the pacing. I almost dozed off in episode 1. The exposition felt clunky, and the pacing was inconsistent in both episodes. On top of that, it's hard to understand why they were trying so hard to be clever. The entire plot felt so confusing, and they didn't even attempt to at least brief the audience. Yes, viewers don't want everything to be spoon-fed and like to watch things unfold at a consistent pace, but leaving them scratching their heads to the point that they feel alienated doesn't serve the purpose either. The Agency is based on the French series Le Bureau de Legends, aka The Bureau, that aired on Canal Plus from 2015 to 2020. Those who have watched the OG would notice the desperate attempts of The Agency to replicate the French series. At first glance, it may look like a faithful homage, but it lacks the magic and soul that made The Bureau so popular. We have major problems with the characters too. Of course, spies have a high level of intrigue and charm in their personalities. But they don't always have to be icy and detached. Michael Fassbender's portrayal of Martian just doesn't hit a chord with us. The very same character, named Malotru, played by Matthew Kassovitz in The Bureau, was warm, deeply flawed, and quite relatable. He wasn't just a spy, he was a dad, a lover, and a person you rooted for despite his transgressions. The creators of the remake even had a chance with Martian and Sammy's love story. But it failed to ignite any spark, and you wouldn't give a damn about this forbidden romance. We simply aren't able to connect with Michael Fassbender's Martian. And if the show's protagonist doesn't evoke any emotions, good, bad, lusty, or whatever, there's no point in resuming the show. I would instead go back to watching the OG. 2 episodes of The Agency are now streaming on Paramount Plus.